back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Neve and I'd love to give you all a very warm welcome. I'm just gonna say, guys, I have been very lazy with my filming and uploading schedule that I said that I would be doing, but I'm here to hold myself accountable and put something up on my channel. Also, I just want to apologise if you hear my dad watching a video in the background. He is next door, but he has the volume up on the loudish side. The last video that I uploaded was my April TBR, but it is now time for my April reading wrap up. So I thought that I would do my April reading wrap up and my May TBR all in one video for you guys. When it came to my April TBR, I gave myself a goal of 4 books. I'm not gonna lie, I only managed to do 3, but do you know what? That is still a win in my eyes. It got me out of my reading slump. I don't know if this is with anyone else, but every time I go on Goodreads, because that's the track that I use, and I see the goal that I set, I want to hit it at the end of the year so much because I haven't been able to do it yet, and I just really want to hit it like first time. First book that I read in April was Onyx Storm. This is the first book in the Empyrean. I am probably butchering that, but I gave it my best shot. The series is by Rebecca Yarros. So this book just follows on with Violet and Xander and everyone at the Flyers College, because I'm really bad at pronouncing the college name. I gave Onyx Storm 4 out of 5 stars. Out of all 3 books so far, this was not my favourite. I still really enjoyed it, hence the 4 stars. I don't know if it's because there was lots happening and my focus wasn't really working at that point. I feel like there was so much to fit in, and I think that's just where it was difficult for me to concentrate and focus on everything happening all at once. It was quite overwhelming in times, but again, I enjoyed it. The next book that I read in April, I am very happy to say that I finally finished One Last Stop by Casey McQuistion. I did it, guys. I actually finished it. If you haven't watched my previous video, go and do, but you don't have to. But I had said I have picked up this book and DNF'd it about a couple times, and I said this time I really want to read it because I wanted to give it another go, like a second chance, and I'm so glad I did. I am so glad I did. This story was just so cute. Like, oh, I don't really know how to explain it. It was just really cute. This follows August and Jane and their tumultuous meeting on the tube. I don't know, the underground in America. Yeah, and they've got to work out a mystery and how to fix it and everything. But I really enjoyed it. So I gave One Last Stop 4 out of 5 stars. So a really good score in my eyes, but I just really enjoyed it, and it was just too cute. And the secondary characters, oh my goodness, like her flatmates and everyone, oh, they're just hilarious. So the last book that I read in April was The Cheat Sheet by Sarah Adams. This book definitely ran like a rom-com, definitely followed that pattern. It was a cute little one and it was funny in parts. So this follows best friends Bree and Nathan. Bree is a dancer, Nathan plays for the NFL. I think that's the football league or something. He's a quarterback. And basically the trope for this one is like friends to lovers, fake relationship or fake dating. It just reminded me definitely of a rom-com and a TV show, or it felt like that. I was sort of picturing it in my head. I'm not gonna lie, this review probably doesn't make sense. I finished work and I thought, let's record. So my brain's not properly working anyway. So lol. And I'm really happy that I read this because, again, like One Last Stop, I DNF'd it before and I wanted to read it before reading another Sarah Adams book that I got last year. So I'm really glad I did. I gave The Cheat Sheet 3 out of 5 stars. So 3 out of 5 stars for me is still good. It just wasn't my favourite, but it was still a good book. And it did have some funny moments. We are now going to look at my May TBR. So I follow the same sort of structure that I did for April. So I've picked 4 books. One of those 4 books is my current read, and that is the last book from the April TBR. I've just moved it to the May one because it just makes sense. So yeah, So my current read at the moment is The Inheritance Games, and this is by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. So far I'm really enjoying it. I'm only at page 100, but it's definitely getting interesting. I don't know if you guys like me reading the blurbs. Maybe I'll do it for this video and then you guys can let me know if that is needed or not. She came from nothing. Avery has a plan. Keep her head down, work hard for a better future. Then an eccentric billionaire dies, leaving her almost his entire fortune, and no one, least of all Avery, knows why. They had everything. Now she must move into the mansion she's inherited. It's filled with secrets and codes and the old man's surviving relatives. A family hell-bent on discovering why Avery got their money. The dare is in quotation marks. Now there's only one rule, winner takes all. Soon she is caught in a deadly game that everyone in this strange family is playing. But just how far will they go to keep their fortune? I was just about to say, the winner takes it all, the loser standing small. But from this blurb it's quite dangerous, so if anyone's standing at all, that's what we've got to find out. The next book I picked out is sort of an OG reader for me. If you go to one of my very first book videos on my channel, her books are probably there, and that is Ali Hazelwood's Not in Love. If you know me, you know that I love Ali Hazelwood and her writing. It was the first sort of adult fiction. I always get confused with fiction and non-fiction. Anyone else? Never mind. But yeah, I always have loved her writing and her stories and the academic side, because it makes me feel smart for a bit. Rue Seibert might not have it all, but she has enough. A few friends she can always count on, the financial stability she yearned for as a kid, and a successful career as a biotech engineer at Klein, one of the most promising startups in the field of food science. Her world is stable, pleasant and hard fought until a hostile takeover and its offensively attractive frontman threatens to bring it all crumbling down. Eli Kilgore and his business partners want Klein, period. Eli has his own reasons for pushing this deal through, and he's a man who gets what he wants, with one burning exception, Rue, the woman he can't stop thinking about, the woman who's off limits to him. Torn between loyalty and an undeniable attraction, Rue and Eli throw caution out of the lab and the boardroom windows. Their affair is secret, no strings attached, and has a built-in deadline. The day one of their companies will prevail, but the heart is a risky business, one that plays for keeps. Like, that is interesting, and it's going to be an interesting concept. When I say academic, she normally focuses on science and sort of math. So she's done hypothesis, like bioscience, I think, and now this one's like food science. So that will be a very interesting concept, and I'm actually really looking forward to it because I don't really know much about food science. So hopefully there's some information in here. The next book that I've decided to throw in this May TBR is one that I bought, and I haven't really heard much about it, but I bought it because of the colours and the look of the cover. That book is The Love of My Afterlife. The end of her life was just the beginning. That's like so deep, like really deep. This is by Kirsty Greenwood. Not heard of this author before. Not gonna lie, I bought it for the cover and the title because I was like, that is really interesting. But also the sprayed edges, like that is just so cute. Like the ombre to purple, then to pink from the blue. So cute. Recently deceased Delphi Bookham has just met the one in the afterlife, but is devastated when a mix-up means he is immediately sent back to Earth. Delphi is given a second chance and accepts a deal in which she can return to her previous life in London and reconnect with the mysterious stranger she's sure is her soulmate. The challenge? She only has 10 days to find him, 10 days to make him fall for her. Oh, and he has no recollection of them ever meeting. So that is so interesting, and I don't think I have read anything quite like this one before, so I'm looking forward to it there. And I love that name, Delphi. That's just so cute. The last book that I have decided to include in this TBR is Powerless. This is by Lauren Roberts, and I have heard lots of good things about this series. Also my cousin recommended it to me, so I was like, let's give Powerless a go. This cover is so cute with the flowers and the writing with the embossed lettering and the reflection on the sword. It just looks so pretty. Also, I was gonna say, some of my books have this like work sticker. I haven't been brave enough to try and get it off yet, so that'll be my next job. Only the extraordinary belong in the kingdom of Ilia. The elites have possessed powers for decades, gifted to them by the plague, while those born ordinary are just that, banished from the kingdom of Ilia and shunned from society. No one knows this better than Hayden Gray, an ordinary posing as a psychic to blend in with the elites. When she unsuspectingly saves one of the Ilia's princes, Kai Aza, she's thrown into the purging trials, a brutal competition showcasing the elite's powers. If the trials and the opponents within them don't kill her, the prince she's fighting feelings for will if he discovers what Hayden is, completely ordinary. I just apologise about that blurb reading. I don't know what was happening with my English skills. They failed slightly there. I think my brain is slowly not working. I think my brain is slowly shutting down from my hectic day at work. But yeah, that is so interesting, and it reminds me slightly, well, the blurb does, of Caraval, like within the game, if that makes sense. So that will be very, very interesting to read. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't realise it would have been such a thick, big book, if that makes sense, but I'm sure it'll be all good. We have made it to the end of today's video. I hope you enjoyed. If you enjoyed today's video, please hit the subscribe button down below. If you have read any of the books from my April reading wrap up or my May TBR, let me know in the comments below what you thought of them. I hope you guys have a lovely rest of your day, and I will see you next time in the next video. Bye!